Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Deion Sanders makes encouraging statement for Steelers after son Shedur's visit. Deion Sanders did not confirm his feelings on where he would like to see his son, Shedur, one of the 2025 NFL Draft's top quarterback prospects, land. However, Deion did make sure to note where he does not want his son to land, and that is with a front office that continues to fall short on its moves each offseason. The Pittsburgh Steelers could take that to be an encouraging statement. In an interview with Yahoo Sports, Deion detailed what makes a place undesirable for a prospect. The front offices are consistently bad, Sanders said. When they make not intelligent moves. When they find themselves in this place of picking early every year. And you have an opportunity to provoke change, and you don't when the opportunity is laying right there before you. Deion, a Hall of Fame cornerback in his own right, knows his way around football and is turning around Colorado's program. The year before he got to Boulder, the Buffaloes went 1-11, but they finished 9-4 this past year. Those comments on the heels of Deion's alleged comments to ESPN analyst and close friend Louis Riddick during Shedur's workout at Colorado's Pro Day. Riddick thinks the Sanders camp hopes Shedur falls past the top 3 teams in the NFL draft and lands with other teams, such as the New Orleans Saints or Steelers. I hope he doesn't go in the top 3 picks, Riddick said regarding Shedur on First Take. I hope he doesn't. And I think his camp would tell you the same thing. There are other teams they want to go to. Shedur visited the Steelers on Thursday. While this is the first outward sign of interest for Shedur and the Steelers, the fact that he is coming to Pittsburgh for a visit suggests the team is doing homework on him. Deion's comments will not affect his stock, and he alone does not have that much influence to sway a team's choice on Shedur. However, with Shedur's falling stock, it at least appears the Steelers could end up with him if they want to pick him. Betting. Check out our guide to the best PA sportsbooks, where our team of sports betting experts has reviewed the experience, payout speed, parlay options, and quality of odds for multiple sportsbooks. Tim Benz, if TJ Watt really is upset about his contract negotiations, that's not a bad thing. No one knows what Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker TJ Watt really meant by his now infamous peace sign Instagram post. Many think that Watt was saying peace out because his contract negotiations are going poorly. That was roughly the interpretation of both Pat McAfee's show Steelers correspondent Mark Kaboly and the NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network advanced a different idea. He thinks Watt might have been letting us know he is fatigued by the ongoing quarterback uncertainty between his franchise and Aaron Rodgers. Maybe the Steelers offer to Watt is significantly less than he wants because they are allocating too much for Rodgers. Or, perhaps discussions with Watt's agents have been slow because they are waiting on Rodgers to sign first and Watt is getting impatient. Regardless, for those Steelers fans who are trying to make themselves feel better about the situation by insisting that Watt's post means nothing, well, then why hasn't he come out and explained it yet? Short of Watt clearing things up directly, why not his brother, JJ? He is seemingly willing to be a public relations agent for TJ any other time he deems it necessary. The likelihood is, in one way or another, Watt would probably like his extension to be done by now. After all, Myles Garrett already extended his deal with Cleveland this offseason for $123.5 million guaranteed and an average salary of $40 million per year. Not to mention Max Crosby just signed a 3-year, $106.5 million contract extension with Las Vegas, $91.5 million guaranteed, at an average salary of $35.5 million per year in March. I'm not going to start clutching pearls over this. That's mainly because I never wanted the Steelers to just fork over whatever Watt wanted and hand him a blank check. Why should they? Because the Browns and Raiders did that for Garrett and Crosby? I don't think a business model to follow within NFL circles is, just do whatever Cleveland does. Frankly, if Watt is going to demand as much, or more than, Garrett, it's unwise to extend him at all. No team should be giving a 30-year-old pass rusher another 9-figure contract when he has so often ended seasons compromised or unable to play due to injuries. Furthermore, despite Watt's numerous individual accolades, team success in the playoffs has never followed suit. If all Watt wants is one penny more than Garrett, the prudent thing to do, if no one is offering a worthy trade package for him, is to go through this season and sign him next year. That's if Watt actually finishes 2025 healthy and productive. James Palmer doesn't expect Kirk Cousins' trade to Steelers. Don't see that at all. By Jake Brockhoff posted on April 13, 2025 at 9 a.m. as the Steelers find themselves waiting on Aaron Rodgers for what feels like forever. They've got other options as well. Some of those are through the draft, and the Steelers are doing their due diligence. However, one other veteran option is Kirk Cousins. Cousins is still under contract in Atlanta, so acquiring him would have to come via trade. As of now, NFL insider James Palmer doesn't see that as a strong possibility. I think the Joe Flacco trade really complicates things heavily for Kirk Cousins, Palmer said Friday on Bleacher Report's YouTube channel. His options are this. Traded to the Browns, used to make sense, doesn't make as much sense now. Traded to the Steelers? Don't see that, at all. Our latest videos from the beginning of the offseason, the Browns and Steelers had seemed like the best options for Cousins. The main reasoning was that these are the last two QB-needy teams that haven't really done anything to address the position. Now, the Browns have brought in Joe Flacco, which likely takes them out of the running for Cousins. The Giants brought in 2 veterans as well, and the Titans seem destined to draft Cam Ward. Recently, though, any potential interest in a deal with Pittsburgh has lost some steam. Palmer himself, in the beginning of April, reported that the Steelers don't seem to have much interest in Cousins anymore. The reason for that feels clear, as Pittsburgh's made it known that Rodgers is their first priority. Cousins has a no-trade clause, so he'd have to sign off on any deal. Based on how things developed in Atlanta last offseason, he might want to wait until the draft ends to consider any move, to avoid being replaced by a rookie again. That could complicate things for Pittsburgh, as Rodgers himself might be taking a similar approach. The draft is certainly a place the Steelers would look. They've spoken to most of the top quarterbacks in the draft and had Shedeur Sanders in the facility as recently as Thursday. If they do take a quarterback, it feels safe to say Cousins wouldn't be too excited about potentially being moved to Pittsburgh. Cousins' Achilles is also worrisome. While Rodgers is also coming off a recent Achilles injury, he looked better in 2024 than Cousins did. At this point, the idea of Cousins ending up a Steeler feels slim. It still feels like there's a good chance the Steelers bring in Rodgers. If they draft a rookie, which is starting to look more likely by the day, then there's essentially no chance of Cousins accepting a trade here. Palmer seems to have the same mindset. Are you a fan? What do you think about Kirk Cousins' situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.